The Emperor has foreseen a new threat rising against him. The Podwans Podcast.
Intro.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Podwans Podcast. I'm your host, Char J, joined by my co-host, Luke.
What's up?
And as yours truly, Hereth Productions.
What's going on, everybody?
Truly,
Why am I yours truly? What the hell is this intro?
Correct use of the
Great
word.
person. Hereth. Okay. Hereth is loyal. He's here. He's awesome. Okay. I'm just giving him the credit that he deserves. Luke, you don't deserve anything. You don't deserve anything.
What?
Why?
What the hell?
Because
Whoa! Let's hold on a fucking second.
your
I'm the one
team
who
is 500.
Wait. I am the originator. If anybody is the most loyal, it's me.
Oh God,
so
are we
yeah,
having a Mr.
here.
Podwans discussion on live?
Oh, already. We're already kicking it off. But anyways, guys, comment down below who's Mr. Pod 1. But anyways, how is everyone doing today? Today we're going to be just talking about Season 1, Episode 7, and Episode 8.
We got some stuff to discuss
We have
first.
Season 1, Episode 7, and 8 of The Mandalorian, titled The Reckoning and Redemption. We're going to be covering 2 episodes today because
Jar,
next...
we got other stuff to discuss too. This ain't it.
We will get to that. I want to cover what we're with this part and then the next part. Take a moment. We're covering Season 1, Episode 7 and 8, The Reckoning and Redemption. Next week is Thanksgiving, Luke's favorite holiday. So we will not be having an episode next week. So, and then we also have some Mandalorian news.
Actually, there's more important news at hand first.
Fine, Hereth.
Yeah. We got the most important news. Young Jedi Adventure Season 3, which is the final season of the show.
Oh my God, dude! First of all, did y'all see yoked Nubs? That was insane. Nubs is just a big old fucking furball.
I'm sorry, I had to do that. That was the perfect segue, Char, and you know it was the perfect segue.
That was so fucking awesome. I love it. That is so funny to see a little meow going to. And
I haven't seen Young Jedi Adventures. I've maybe seen one episode.
Same. One episode as well.
So, Hereth, what are you excited about?
I just wanted to just mess with you guys because, like, I knew you guys were gonna either go to Mando or
This
Song of
guy
Ice and
over
Fire,
here.
so I decided to go instead of going left or right. I went straight.
Dude, yeah, we'll talk about the Song of Ice and Fire stuff as well.
Yeah, the photos for Season 3.
Well, not even that. The schedule, the release schedule, and the other news as well. Do we want to get into that first? I think we should get into that first.
Well, I was thinking we go.
Then...
I was thinking Young Jedi Adventures, A Song of Ice and Fire, Mando and Grogu, then into the episode. That feels like a natural segue because it'll perfectly just evenly flow straight into the episode discussion.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah. One of the bigger things that we found out today was that there may be some more Mandalorian plans after Mandalorian and Grogu, and there potentially may be a Season 4. We do not know, but we're gonna be talking about that all today. Luke, go ahead and start us off with
Young Jedi Adventures. Honestly, it's a cute little thing, and it was kind of funny because I'm pretty sure you see Bel Zettifar again in the trailer.
Again. Wait, he's in the show?
Yeah, he's in the show in Season 1 or Season 2. I can't remember.
Really?
But Bel is in that show. Is in the show. You see him. Hold on, sorry. Sorry about that. I just had like a blank stare at my other monitor. Yeah, so it shows them surviving the Nihil at the end. They've all grown up. They're Padawans. And Nubs is just yoked out of his mind. That's really much the whole thing. To be honest.
You know, I miss whenever we would mention Nubs and the old platform that we would use. We see the little.
I wish I had that saved in
would pop
OBS because I should have that saved in OBS.
up. Just seeing Nubs just pop up in the corner.
It can't be that hard to recreate, though.
It can't be that hard. I'm just too lazy.
Yeah, that's fair. But that's pretty much it. I mean, it's another season. What is it? Drop here pretty soon?
Yeah, I think it drops like within the next month or so.
December 2nd, maybe? I'm not sure. But Andy Wise Guy texted me, was like, text me when you watch the trailer. We have to talk. And I was like, what, Geode? And he was like, no. I was like, The Blade of Bardata, or I can't think of his
It's
name.
December 8th, by the way. Sorry for the jump scare of audio because I started the trailer for like half a second. So the streamers just sort of
I didn't hear it.
no, because it's on the audio capture and not your end.
Oh. Whoops. All right. Well, copyright.
Well, it's not.
No, I'm kidding. So yeah, it's I think it'll be cool.
I mean, it comes out in
Good time.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know if I'll be watching it. Maybe I'll pull Luke and get a ibuprofen and you know what, and then just watch the episode. If you know what you know.
Why do you have to do an ibuprofen before
w-
doing that
Luke.
recreational?
Luke, what am I insinuating here?
Okay, gotcha. Oh no, got it. Sorry, dumb. Very, very dumb. But yeah, that's kind of all the thoughts that I have. It was a fun little trailer. Again, it's I hope they do stuff since they're now older. They run with that, and they go on an adventure with those guys. You know what I mean?
Also,
that'd be cool.
that means at the same time we will actually hopefully we'll get geoed for once. It's about damn time
That would be cool.
we get
That
geoed.
stupid rock. Going clubbing, piling chips.
And smoking chicks.
I just find it
taking care of
crazy that
business. Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. The only High Republic cameo that we got was Bell and Loden in like
Bell.
seasons 2.
Yeah, no, season 1.
Was it season 1?
Yep, season 1, because season 2 takes place shortly before Starlight Beacon goes down.
Really?
Because they go to it, yeah.
Yeah, because I know one of the episodes actually written by Kevin Scott.
Yeah. So it's a fun little show. It's cool.
Now let's get into A Song of Ice and Fire, which is not Star Wars related, but you know, it's kind of important as a channel.
Yeah, it's very important. So I don't know where all of this news decided just to drop this morning, but they officially released some stills for season 3 of House of the Dragon, and also news that we will be getting Knights of the Seven Kingdoms season 1 in January. We'll get season 3 of House of the Dragon in June, and then we will be getting Knights of the Seven Kingdoms in 2027, and then we'll get season 4 of House of the Dragon in 2028. So we'll get A Song of Ice and Fire content 4 straight years,
Which is great. It's awesome knowing that.
three straight years. Sorry, 3 straight years. So I mean, that's pretty awesome. But yes, here are the obviously spoilers, to be honest, because I think we all know where this is at.
We know, where that will happen.
Yeah, we know where that's at. So,
I recognize those windows.
Yeah. Those windows are very much.
Usually there'd be a chair
Harry,
back there.
is there anybody in the chat right now?
No, not to my knowledge.
There should be a chair behind there, but you know.
I mean,
That's definitely not Dragonstone.
no, hell no, it's not Dragonstone. I don't think it takes a genius to figure out that's not Dragonstone.
Yeah, that's not Dragonstone. So what we know of, so it has been confirmed that the Gullet will be the first 2 episodes, if not the first, just the first episode.
I think it's just the first episode.
Yeah, with the conclusion of the season 2 finale, of course it's gonna be the first.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Gullet, and then from there it all kind of culminates to 2 big events, or at least 1 big event, I would say. Hereth, do you have the?
I have the other one. I have both of them.
Yeah. Okay. Can you do it on the other side? Does it show on the other? It shows on our. Yeah, there we go. Look at my boy. Looking messy as hell. Look at him.
Oh yeah, and then you see the Tully sigil too.
Yeah, the Tullys. Look at him.
So there's something going on in River Run, or at least in the Riverlands.
These are like, so the armies obviously are meeting up in the Riverlands. Like that's where most of the conflict will happen, on that front, because we see that Daron and what is this where you were gonna do your thing?
So Luke, remember the last time we had a discussion, speculation about House during one of these Mando episodes because we just went completely off the track and got bored and we just went like completely down the House of Dragons, like end of things. So remember when we brought up, because there's no person on the channel, so we're not going to get into like what happens. Remember when you were so convinced that we weren't going to get God Eye this season? I mean, if that
God's
Emma
Eye,
Darcy still says anything, I think we're getting God's Eye this season.
Not necessarily.
I mean, because
Not necessarily. Because
did
all right.
Ryan Condal say that there's going to be 4
time out.
seasons?
Yes.
Okay, that's the
there's
other
gonna be
thing I was
4
going to bring up. So the rumor is it's 4 seasons. However, they're considering making it 5 seasons. That's the current rumor.
No. Make it 4.
I know, but
reason
again,
why-
that's the
reason
current
why-
rumor.
the
I'm
re-
just running with what's being said right now.
The reason why is because they have like the story right now. You're gonna get okay. Move if you're rewatching this. If you're watching this as a playback, skip about 15 minutes, maybe. I'm gonna give it 15 minutes.
You say 15
Okay.
minutes? Okay, we're going for a while. Okay,
Yes.
I'm getting comfortable. Okay, let's get comfortable.
I think this season, because in the book, Daemon doesn't leave. So they take over King's Landing, like the Blacks take King's Landing. Daemon is still there.
Should I just put a text on the screen that says House of the Dragon spoiler just in case anyone pops into the stream?
Yes. Daemon is still there. Like he's there when they take King's Landing. And then he does fuck off to eventually to God's Eye to face a certain someone, and then trying to be as vague as possible. I don't think God's Eye is happening this season. I think so. Maybe early. I think it's early season 4.
No, I think early season 4 is probably gonna be Hour of the Wolf at that point.
Well, that's after Rhaenyra is gone. Is it not?
It is.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows how
There, put it on the
grand
screen.
season 3 is going to be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
keep in mind, I mean,
it's way too crowded for season 3.
Didn't they announce the running times for all the episodes?
Not yet, because we're still too early into that.
Because if they're all going to be hour-long episodes, I mean, there's a lot of content to cover.
Yeah,
between the Gullet up to God's Eye, there's a lot.
Because to me, again, I'm gonna keep going back to the conversation I had with Kels during after season 1 wrapped. To me, God's Eye is the perfect episode 9 for this series. Season 3, episode 9 should be God Eye. That is like the ideal episode 9 for a season for A Song of Ice and Fire television. That is your holy fuck. This is like your wed wedding, your Battle of the Bastards, like your.
I guess I can see that, because then you have to deal with the fallout
the next episode, and that's like you're kind of closing little like farewell, and then season 4 episode 1 can be your
Oh yeah. A lot of people are gonna die this season.
Well, that's the other confusing part. So if they are going to do 5 seasons, how the hell will that work with the Hour of the Wolf?
The only way I could think of is that they
go beyond the Hour of the Wolf.
They dedicate it to where it's like, all right, here's like 10-year fallout, like what is going on, so that it can lead into season 1 of
Game of Thrones?
Knights of the Seven
Kingdoms, yeah. Which would be weird because it's going to come out after the fact, and then like people are going to have to jump back, and like that's going to be really weird.
I mean, what franchise hasn't done that?
True, but it's also like
as a Star Wars podcast.
I'm just curious, like,
and sometimes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, sometimes Lord of the Rings.
I'm just curious what the reason for why they would make it 5 seasons, because I remember when I opened Fire and Blood, like just even staring at the table of content, I went, that's a season, that's a season, that's a season. I counted 4 seasons. I'm like, that makes sense. So I don't know how they can extend it another season without going and just making up shit.
I think that
because it's like, how do you avoid, again, because it's been out for a year, I don't mind saying it, how do you avoid The Last of Us season 2 syndrome? How do you avoid people tuning into A House
That's
of the
why-
Dragon, and like people
okay,
are like,
without
oh, I
Matt-
want to see Emma
without Matt
Darcy, I want to
Smith.
see Matt Smith. Okay, now they're fucking dead.
Yeah, I that's why I don't think you will have God's Eye season 3, because I think they'll save that for season 4,
But
and then have it all wrap up.
But I don't know how you can
Because-
extend season 3 from Gullet. Like, I don't know how you can make that longer without like making it feel like season 2 where it just feels super padded out.
Well, I don't know, and this is why we aren't in the industry of doing this. But you're right though. How do you keep the audience engaged if Matt Smith's Damon Targaryen?
Because it's the same
there?
thing as Pedro
But
Pascal
here's
as
the other
Joel.
thing.
Like, oh, bam, Joel's dead. Like, what the fuck? Why do I care now?
But I will say this: Rhaenyra being still alive, Alicent still being alive,
Mhm.
all of these other big characters. like,
That's
they're
why I
still-
would save that for season 4. That would be your season 4 shit.
the ambiance, they don't like it. It's different than Last of Us season 2. The cast is so much more well-rounded, where it doesn't just focus.
It's
on
not
two
very. It's not
characters.
top-sided. Even though,
Exactly.
okay, I will say this. And I don't mind saying this. There is a section of the House of the Dragons fandom that will be pissed the hell off and be. You know what I'm talking about? You're diehard Team Black people that are like Rhaenyra and Daemon all the way. That's all I care about in the show. Because once you take out one of the half, that entire section of the fan base is gonna be gone.
Well, not necessarily. I think that, well, especially for book readers, they know how it kind of ends.
Well, I'm talking
I
about
think
your
it's gonna be
general
intriguing.
audience, like
Yeah.
Rhaenyra Daemon
Okay, I mean,
shippers.
let's be honest. Like 20% of the fan base of Game of Thrones and all of this has read the books. I'd say about 20%. It's a very small.
I think it's very
margin of
small.
people.
I would agree. I would
Yeah.
agree with that.
So
Hereth, what are you doing?
just being reliant on like
Something
on
came
the
unplugged.
people that have read the books.
Mhm.
Sure, you can, really cater to those people, but it's not a really good idea if you want,
Well,
your viewership. To
the reason why I
fluctuate.
bring that up is because I remember being in a lot of this is before I deleted Twitter off my phone and like distanced myself. I remember like the spaces that used to be in Luke where it was just like you would drive yourself mad with like the amount of discussions about like Rhaenyra and Daemon and how Team Black is the greatest thing ever, and you're like, that's not the point of this war. You're supposed to think, wow, both sides are kind of fucking assholes in this.
Yeah,
That's the whole
is
point.
truly the point. Yeah, that is the point. But I think it's gonna make for a really good television. Now, the other bombshell that dropped today, George R.R. Martin confirming that there are sequels to Game of Thrones in production at HBO.
Are we
Really?
finally going to get the Arya show?
I don't know, which makes me like when I was kind of with JJ, like they were like she like put out the meme of like Nick Young and like the
Oh yeah, the question mark.
yeah, because it's like we don't need that story.
Also, can I put down the House of Dragon spoiler since we're done with that? We're just talking Game of Thrones stuff now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just so
I
people
just-
don't jump into the stream and be like, whoa, no spoilers.
I just don't understand what the play is here.
Because-
if they're gonna do because it's like the fan base is so over that, like they don't want to
'Cause-
bring these characters back.
Well, like-
not necessarily. They'll bring the characters back because of the actors and actresses, but the story is just not.
The hard
there
part about
anymore.
like a sequel to Game of Thrones is like, I'm sorry to be that guy, but like Jon Snow's story would probably be the most fucking boring of all the options you could pick.
100%.
He's just back at the wall.
He's back
Yeah,
at the
he's just back
wall.
at
What
the
the hell
wall.
is he gonna do?
He's back at the wall, and it's like, oh man, pity me. I could have been the king of the
What do you
entire.
get? They're also not gonna
country.
retroactively reverse Bran becoming king.
No, absolutely
you're-
not.
that
I
would
wish
be a
they
waste of
would, but they're
time.
not going to. Like, it's just like
You're also not gonna resurrect Daenerys, which I also heard as an option, which is dumb.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Again, that's shit I've heard.
That's not much.
See, to
more
me,
for like resurrecting people, unless you do the Lady Stoneheart way.
yeah, but
Which
also
I think they should have kept in, because I really liked Mom Stark actress.
Yeah.
I really liked her.
I mean, that was
And
the catalyst that drove George R.R. Martin off the production of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Was them removing
because they
Lady
weren't-
Stoneheart.
Yeah.
But like going back to what I was saying, like honestly, if you are going to do a sequel to Game of Thrones, Arya feels like the most logical pick because it's stuff that we haven't explored before in any media.
Yes, going farther west of what's west of Westeros. We don't know. So I think that could be very, very interesting, to be honest.
Even though I don't know if Maisie Williams can carry her own show by herself.
Well, I mean, okay, let's speculate. What's west of Westeros? She could maybe run into some more dragons. Holy crap, she runs into dragons. Like, oh my god, dragons are back.
Like what other civilizations out there besides the Seven Kingdoms?
Yeah, I mean he talks about it in the world of A Song of Ice and Fire. Like he talks about other civilizations that are very similar to ancient Mayan culture and other like earthly civilizations, if that makes sense. So I think you have I think you have the content there to do it. But
the question that you should do it is the more important one.
What?
Like, I get the appeal of going post Game of Thrones of like, let's get the taste out of people's mouth about season 8. But it's also you're playing with fire at that point.
Yeah, you're getting people to say, oh well, why doesn't George just make these books? And you're never gonna get that. Let's just drop that. That's never going to happen.
Will always.
If you're gonna make a sequel to that, the whole purpose of it all is to make people change their minds about season 8, which
they aren't.
They aren't. Also,
they aren't gonna change.
You're trying to give a backstory to what happened in season 8, and people are not going to change their mind.
Absolutely not.
Do I drop
It's not going to happen.
Do I drop the bombshell, the hot take of why I think those books will never come out?
Because he's old. And
No, it's not because he's old.
it's-
It's not because he's old. I'll kind of push back on that a little bit. I think the ending is actually a lot closer to what George R. R. Martin actually has intended. I think there are some things that are that for sure made up. But like Daenerys going evil, like Jon being a Targaryen, Bran being the king, like Cersei going crazy and like bombing the Serp and like the war with that. Like all of that I believe was intended. Obviously shit like Arya killing the Night King, that's not going to be in the books. Like stuff like that they made up, but it's like you could see where some of it is. And I think George R. R. Martin saw the reception to season 7 and season 8 and went, I don't know, I don't want to touch this shit with a fucking 10-foot pole because I think he drove himself crazy rewriting it. Like, how can I make this information actually palatable?
My thing is that Arya's kill was not warranted. It should have been Jon. You set up the conflict since season 1 that the White Walkers, Jon, and it's just like he does it like that should have been his kill.
Well, also at the same time, it's like you have Bran in the Battle of Winterfell and you don't use him. He was warding into like birds and stuff and like and the dragons, but like he should have been like, I don't know, like what he was doing in season 6, like going into the past and being like, how the hell do we kill the White Walkers? And that should have been Bran's arc in that episode. And it's him going back in time, going, okay, how, like obviously he knew how they were created, but like how do we kill him? Like what is like that? And then like Bran is the one that gives it to Jon. That would have been narratively satisfying. And also it would have made sense of, oh, this is why he's the king of the 7 kingdoms. It's because he was the one that figured out how to defeat the Night King.
Yeah. I don't know, but we're getting ready for season 1 of Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
Which
so that should be
I said
fun.
on JJ's comment section, I think the way that HBO is releasing Knights is genius. Because
how are they releasing it again?
So they're alternating it with House of the Dragon. So Knights is one year.
Oh yeah.
House is another. Obviously this year they're doubling up because again, Knights got delayed. It was supposed to come out fall of this year when it got pushed back because I think they had to do like a couple reshoots or something like that, or like they had to maybe do some drafting in the scripts, and like that caused they get like 3 months pushed ahead. But still, the idea is like starting 2027, we'll get Knights season 2. 2028, we'll get House season 4, and then they'll just go back and forth. The reason why that's genius is because Knights is a smaller scale show, so you can move the
100%.
VFX team over to House, and that's where they should be.
And it gives more time for them to put all that VFX, because they're gonna have a shitload of VFX in the next 2 seasons. Like, there are things that need to happen. You know what I mean?
And again, like, I'm happy that Knights is coming out. I think there's gonna be a little bit of a culture shock for people that aren't familiar with what Duncan and Egg is. Like, oh, why is it only 30-minute episodes? Why is it so small scale? Like, I think there's gonna be those type of bitches, and it's like guys,
it's not for them.
It's not for them.
This isn't for them. This is for the hardcore sweaties that.
Well, not even hardcore sweaties. It's like, hi, funny enough, related to this podcast. Hi, do you enjoy The Mandalorian? Do you enjoy The Last of Us? How about you like that trope, but in A Song of Ice and Fire? Because that's basically the show.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like how Andor is like Star Wars, but in the same vein, totally different. If that makes sense, like tone-wise. Like, it's different from, like, when I think of Andor, I'm like, Andor's more of a spy thriller. Like, it's in Star Wars, but it's not like, it's more grounded.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I meant. It's more grounded. You're more talking about the regular person, and that's the same with this show. You don't have any dragons. The Targaryens are more closer to what they are in Game of Thrones, and I mean, the biggest thing is that they don't have dragons. Like, we like,
yeah, Tyrion says it.
Now. Yeah, like we don't even get to see the point where they're like as small as dogs. Like, we don't get to see that. Like, they're.
I mean, it's said. You kind of just put the imagery in your head and be like, "Hey, size of an apple, size of the."
Yeah.
What are the dragons?
But I mean, you don't get to see the transition to where the dragons end up dying.
I think you'll see it. I think you'll see it in House.
But yeah, I mean, maybe.
I mean, if they're adding shit and they're making it 5 seasons, they might as well just add that shit in.
Well, they better add the Blackfire Rebellion then.
Yeah.
If that's gonna be a thing, that's the only way that I could see them doing that. Because Aegon has to live. Yeah. Okay, we're back into House spoilers. Never mind. Anyway, no. We're done. We're
okay.
done
anyway, Mando and Grogu stuff.
Mando and Grogu. Okay, yeah. So Jon Favreau, we got more information on that. He had said that they have the scripts for season 4 done. They're on his desk. Which makes me think if this movie does well, they'll do another season of Mando.
Which is an interesting approach, because I feel like we were speculating that it was going to be the opposite. I thought they were going to go all in on theatrical Mandalorian.
No. Okay.
Because I thought,
and it all depends. It all depends on how well it does.
Because Ryan and I were speculating last week, because we were talking about Rick Famuyiwa, because every time he directs an episode of The Mandalorian, it's like fucking peak. It's like the best, some of the best episodes in all 3 seasons come from him. And it's like, and people talk about Bryce Dallas Howard, and I agree with that. Like, Bryce Dallas Howard definitely deserves her own project at this point. And we were talking about, like, okay, so we know Jon Favreau's Mando and Grogu. We know we're getting a Filoni Mandalorian movie. Might as well just make it a trilogy at this point, right? We're already here. So you give the second movie to. Say again?
Give her the.
I was saying give Rick Famuyiwa the second.
Oh.
Because Bryce Dallas Howard is basically kind of at this point busy with Ahsoka season 2, because she's kind of like another creative voice on that season. So you give Rick Famuyiwa Mando season 2. Or if Taika can sort his shit out, maybe you give it to Taika.
No.
I mean, we're gonna be talking about what Taika did with this finale episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true. He did do that, didn't he? I forgot.
Which is ironic, because it's the episode where he fucking perishes. But
oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
But
no.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about like this still, obviously, because I put it up on screen. This was the from like the leak trailer a while ago, but that also they finally got like officially released as a promotional photo.
Yes.
So I threw that up on the screen. Also, I believe there wasn't like a Jon Favreau description with it. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Da, 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 da.
Da-da-da-do. Do.
Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba-da.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Hey, Char.
What?
Do, 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 do.
Bills are up 6-0.
Oh, I know. Yeah, James
James
Cook
Cook.
ran for like a 45-yard touchdown.
45-yard touchdown. It's great. I have him on my fantasy team.
Oh, nice. I have Saquon Barkley. You must be lucky.
Okay, sorry, I found the Star Wars Newsnet article of it. Sorry, I was trying to find like because a lot of it's in the Empire magazine, which I don't have a subscription to, and you can't find online. So I think Star Wars Newsnet just did a transcript of that.
Okay, good.
So yep, the latest issue of Empire magazine promised a new look at next summer's Mandalorian and Grogu, and it delivered alongside a new image, obviously featuring the particular characters. Director Jon Favreau shared some insight into the characters' relationship as they chart a new path for the New Republic, and then obviously they talk about season 1. Here's the quote from Jon Favreau. Mandalorian has changed its priorities. One of the last things we see in season 3 is I don't want to go out there just to be a hired gun. I want to work for the good guys. And then obviously they're basically like he's hinting at Din basically being a ranger of the New Republic.
Ranger of the New Republic. Yeah, that's basically what he is.
Yeah, and he
He's the
goes,
Ranger of the New Republic.
yeah, one of the good guys he's referring to is the New Republic's Connell Ward, which is played by Sigourney Weaver, who gives Jarn his marching orders. And then obviously Favreau hints that he'll be joining up with Zeb from Rebels, and here's a quote about that. Now we get to really have fun with him. He's such a compelling character, even if you've never seen Rebels, between the voice, the swagger, and the physical ability.
I think that's awesome, and I really hope they brought in the voice actor to do.
I mean, they
to
did
do
because
the-
I mean
Yeah.
I don't care because I'll say this on main also because Lucasfilm doesn't really care from what I've heard. We all watched the leak trailer when they came out during Celebration 2025.
yeah.
I don't mind saying it on main because I watched a leak trailer in front of them and they were like, "Yeah, we all do the same shit too." Because I did that in London and they were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we
so
all
it's like-
powered it too."
Yeah, it is what it is, but
Yeah, and then
no, go ahead.
yeah,
Eric.
sorry, there's another quote. That central relationship as they go off and face adventure together, that's the underpinning of the film. Star Wars is always about progression and growth and characters evolving. Sometimes it's for the good, sometimes it's for the bad. It's about apprenticeship. It's about one generation teaching the next, and there's more growth that happens over the course of the film.
Yeah, I think, and then is this the same article that he goes and talks about season 4?
No, this is the Empire article. I can pull up the season 4 one that Ryan sent if you don't. Actually, you know, do you have that pulled up?
Hold on. Give me a second.
I mean, it's in the group chat. I could just send it to you back on Discord.
No, I got it. So, according to the Empire, it is in the same edition. We're planning on doing a 4th season. I had actually written all that. I still have a season 4 sitting on my desk here. So he must have been talking to them while he was in his office, getting ready to do obviously. When do we get our first or second trailer? I think we get it Super Bowl, right?
I say December. I say within the next couple weeks.
Christmas time? Oh, you think around the same time as well?
Probably like when does
Avatar come out?
December.
But we also are getting a Doomsday trailer
like-
around then, so I don't think they're going to try
Well,
to stack it next to an Avengers trailer.
Well, and we're also getting the Odyssey full trailer.
You know
We're
what?
getting
This is going to be a little gridiron, guys. I don't really care. I'm going to look at Monday Night Football games and try to speculate what is the most likely spot. Because let's be real,
Yeah.
they've always
They do
dropped trailers
that.
during Monday
They
Night
always
Football.
drop trailers. Yeah, for sure. Ooh, that should have been goaltending. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway, so obviously, of course,
Isn't it also true that because I know Hereth that you saw the same post too that I did, that The Force Awakens is coming out with the 10th anniversary screening in theaters?
yep,
Is this confirmed? Is this true?
yeah, this is confirmed.
Because I saw it, I was like, I'm not seeing any other source say this. But then I saw that you saw it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm not the only person that's just seeing things. So maybe Christmas time, I go see Force Awakens in the theater like I did 10
Maybe
years
that's how
ago.
they get people in the seats for Force Awakens.
Man, that's a good. Hey, you know what? Disney hire us, or don't. That's
So one of them options is I'm saying it would be a horrible game, but if they want to do it, Dolphins Steelers on December 15th is the first one I see as kind of a realistic possibility. This is the more sorry, retract that. This is the actual likely spot. December 22nd, 49ers play the Colts, Monday Night Football, 3 days before Christmas.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think that's probably a good one.
Because they have to start pushing the marketing like more.
No, I 100%.
Plus, it also
and
I
we're
think it will give time for Doomsday's trailer to come out and like that to officially kind of set
and breathe.
because I feel like whether it's positive or negative, Doomsday's trailer is just gonna suck. Whatever we're talking about as a fandom, like whether you're Star Wars, whether you're like anywhere, that's just gonna suck the air immediately. Because everyone's just gonna be talking about that for a couple of days. But yeah, I just saw Cal's chat just pop in. Sorry I couldn't be there in person, but I wanted to be here in spirit.
Hell yeah. Love that, Cal. Thanks for joining, buddy. Appreciate you.
So
All right.
you guys want to start talking about
Mando?
this rewatch?
Go ahead.
All right, so guys, like I said before, we're going to be covering season 1, episode 7 and 8, titled "The Reckoning and Redemption." Because we're covering 2 episodes today. Because next week, Luke's favorite holiday is going to be interrupting this program, so we have to cover 2.
It's always been this way. We've never done an episode.
Have we ever had an
on
episode
Thanksgiving.
that's on Thanksgiving? Never?
No. We've never done a Thanksgiving. Christmas we've done once.
Mm-hmm.
We did a pre-recorded one.
Oh yeah, we did a pre-recorded episode for Christmas. Remember that?
Yeah, we did do a pre-recorded episode for Christmas. But yeah, nothing really during the holidays, to be honest.
Oh yeah, because remember we used to do a lot of like during the Rebels rewatch. I remember we did like an episode where like I had a prompt of like what Star Wars character would bring what to Thanksgiving. Like I remember that I did that joke once.
Yep. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so season 1, episode 7, titled "The Reckoning." I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, do you guys remember the first time that you saw this?
Yeah.
Of just
Yes.
thinking about like all of like what was going through your head about what was going to happen? Because I mean, with it being the penultimate episode, there was just so much that would end up happening. Because I mean, initially you see Grief context and was like, "Hey, I need this guy dead, and if you help me out, we can exonerate you, and you won't be you won't have a target on the back of your head for the rest of your life. So come up with a team, help me out, and we can mutually benefit from this."
I also kind of reminds me of like in episode 3 with like the whole like Din holding the ball, not like getting like the kind of visual communication for Din to go back and save Grogu. Like it works so well having Grief be the one to just expo dumps all this information onto the audience. Plus, it also is not like it doesn't feel forced because if you watch The Prisoner, they set that up at the end of that episode as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And-
well, they set it up in like the middle of it too, because
Right.
the droid
Yeah.
sees it. So.
But like, I thought the way they handled it was perfectly because they could have easily, I feel like if this was like an animated show or like any other show, they would have had just Din expo dumping about like, should I go? Should I not go? Is this a trap? Blah, blah, blah. Like, I prefer it just like the way they do it. It's like, Grief Karga is like, hey, you come, mutual beneficial, and you just see Din just turn around and fucking fly towards. Which I also love the way that this episode kind of ties this entire season together. Because you have Din go back to the planet episode 4 and get Cara Dune and like being like, hey, this mission's gonna be a little heavy. I need backup.
Yeah. Well, and also I like the fact that what was I gonna say? Man, I've been really off tonight.
Are you talking about
Who have
Queel?
we ever been on?
You also have to remember this came out like almost a week or 2 before the.
No, it's not a week or 2. No, it's 2 days. I remember
What,
this.
2 days?
2 days, yeah.
No, because remember,
Yeah.
back in the
because
day,
it was the
Mandalorians would drop
baby.
on Fridays, but for that specific week, they moved it back
They
to
moved it
Wednesday.
to Wednesday. That's right. That is right. I forgot about that. That's the biggest thing that popped in my head because that was the first time we saw Force healing, and then we saw it in the Force Awakens in the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, and that all stemmed from the whole group that Grief told Din to assemble, which was, getting Cara Dune, getting Queel, accompanied by IG-11, beautiful caretaker. Then they meet with Grief outside of Navarro, and then they go on that trip, and then they have a little campground. They were singing, they were summoning the sea bear like SpongeBob, and then Grief gets attacked, and then the first appearance of Force healing in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which,
and people lost their fucking minds to that.
yes, because not only did we not know the origin of this child that kind of looked like Yoda, I was like, how the hell does he know how to force heal? Because this was the first time we've seen this. So is it like force psychometry where it's kind of like a hereditary thing that's in certain people? Is it? There was so many questions that stemmed from that moment, from when Grief got attacked by the Reptavian. But so that whole sequence just blew people's minds. And the next thing you know, in a few days from that time, we see Rey heal Kylo Ren on Kefir.
Well,
I'm like,
no,
okay.
the serpent.
Well, no. Yeah, the serpent first, and then heals Ben. Remember? Because she does it on.
Either way, we see it for the first. We see it
I also find it
immediately in Rise of Skywalker.
I also find it funny, like while watching this episode, like I was reminded, and I've brought this up like a billion times, when having discourse and arguing about Rise. Like I love how everyone lost their minds and started like trying to backwards and like be like, that doesn't make sense for Rey. How does she know this? And then like 2 days prior, we just saw a baby do it.
Yeah.
With no explanation.
No questions asked.
And no one said a word.
Do it. It makes sense. Yeah.
But if it looks like Yoda, it's fine. It's all fine.
But if it's a woman,
No problems here.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, so Grief gets hurt. Grogu says, no, I don't want you to get hurt. And then
well, you also
Then they make
forgot I feel like we're jumping around a lot. One of the things I really wanted to talk about was the force choking scene on the way to Navarro.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people like were very honed in on like the force aspect of, whoa, Grogu is force choking someone. He's using the dark side. Whoa. Even though it's not a dark side ability. Anyway, and like the thing that like I really liked about the scene in retrospect, even though it sucks with Gina Carano, is I love the way that like that moment like really drawn the line in the sand between Queel and Cara Dune. Because the episode like quickly reminds the audience like, yeah, Queel was an ex-Imperial. Cara Dune was an ex-Rebel. What happens when you throw these two characters together and they have to work together? Because obviously we've seen it in books by this point in time, by 2019, but we've never seen it in live action. What happens when you put an ex-Imperial and a Rebel together and they disagree on stuff? And I think this episode did a really good job of like putting it in one scene and then just kind of putting it to the side, because they could have easily harped on it more. But the fact that they did it once and then we're like, nope, we need to focus on Navarro. We need to focus on this kid. This is more important. Perfect. Like no notes like that.
I
that's
think
how
the
you do
reason
it.
why I wasn't really delved into was because, Cara Dune is like proud to have been a part of the rebellion, as opposed to Queel, not so proud about being a part of the Imperials. Like, there's a difference between personal pride when it comes to who they were in their past. But then, Queel straight out just tells her, like, I worked really hard for my freedom, and
right,
I
and
had
then
to do this.
And then you also have the Queel mention of
choice of his.
Because one of the things I really like about these two episodes is like, obviously we see it in A New Hope with like Han talking about the Force, but we never really see it from like people that grew up during the Empire, not really knowing who Jedi are. So I love how they kind of acknowledge that with Queel, because Queel could have been like, well, these are Jedi and this and that and that and that. But no, I like how they just kind of was like, he's like, I've heard rumors of this, but I don't know what this is. Like,
These are Star Wars characters.
These are Star Wars characters. They use the Force.
They have guns. Watch out.
They're magical.
Don't die. I have spoken. But no, so they go from there. They go and they meet with the client.
Which,
and the whole war breaks out.
No, but like I love the client scene because I forgot how the client. Because I remember the I want to see the baby. We'll be quiet. But I forgot how he.
See the baby.
I forgot how he transitioned into that, because he just goes on about this whole like Imperial propaganda rant about like how we tried to take over Mandalore. We're the greatest, and if the Empire takes over your planet, you should be grateful. And like we will give you freedom and trust. And then he just randomly out of nowhere goes, I want to see the baby. And it just like comes out of nowhere.
I would like to see the baby.
It's like he almost forgot. He's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to. Moff Gideon told me to collect this baby. I should probably collect this baby.
Yeah.
Time to collect.
And then I love the way the Moff Gideon just interrupts it like, so did you check the container at all? No.
Yeah, it was a whole fake out. Get absolutely bamboozled, pal. You fell for my chutzpah. Okay.
And then we also move into the introduction of Giancarlo Esposito, which, my God, I love Giancarlo Esposito. Any project he's in.
And you know what the thing is too? A lot of people before watching The Mandalorian, like, were familiar with his work. I have never heard of Giancarlo Esposito before The Mandalorian. I didn't watch Breaking Bad.
Same.
I didn't watch any of that. But it was funny because you know how when you say something or you look something up on your phone and then it will just keep repeatedly just popping up and you'll see it everywhere? That was what Giancarlo Esposito was after I saw him in The Mandalorian. Because after I saw him, me not having any prior knowledge of what he's been in, I went to go see Breaking Bad, found out he was Gus Fring. And then I went to go see The Boys, and then he plays Stan. And then I go, like, just, I mean, he was in the whole Far Cry 6 meme of him just being like, ha 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 ha, I was acting.
Or was I?
Yeah, like, so ever since that point, I have not seen anything that Giancarlo Esposito has worked on. But the moment he walked in and just said, you have something I want, I was like, who is this guy? This guy is awesome. I have never seen someone look so menacing by saying just one sentence. Like, he doesn't need any face makeup, doesn't need anything. Just his presence, his like facial mannerisms, the way he's able to just have a straight face and just deliver words like that is so menacing. He is, because if you've seen Breaking Bad before, you know how dangerous and like evil Gus Fring is.
Yeah, and like,
but then seeing him as an Imperial,
I'll get into it later. I think because again, like same as Char, I didn't watch Breaking Bad until after I watched Mando season 1. It was between season 1 and season 2 when I watched Breaking Bad over the pandemic. I think I caught a Breaking Bad reference in episode 8. I'm like 90% sure. When Din picks up the gun and starts like shooting, and like there's all the gunfire, and then Moff Gideon walks through the gunfire, and like he's just like he's just completely normal to the chaos, and then just pulls out a gun and shoots Din. That's very similar to when Gus Fring is in the shootout with the cartel, and he just walks straight out, and everyone's like, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And he like just stands there like he's like the ultimate badass and like completely in control. That's what I was like. That is 100% a reference to Breaking Bad, if I've ever seen one. Because like the way he's walking, the way the camera is like focused on him, completely ripped from Breaking Bad, shot for shot. But yeah, also, yeah.
Luke, what was your reaction to the introduction of Moff Gideon?
I was like, holy shit, this guy's cool. Like the TIE fighter goes down and like
it folds.
Oh my God, that ship is so sick.
You know what? This is kind of sick. I kind of dig with this. This guy's got another cape. I like characters with capes.
Oh yeah. Also, we got to talk about the. I call this the Viggo Mortensen kicking the helmet equivalent of the Mandalorian.
Oh.
Yeah. The fact that Lucasfilm didn't have enough stormtrooper costumes for like the scene with Moff Gideon, like the display the presence of like Moff Gideon isn't playing around here, so they actually called up the 501st in Los Angeles and had them all sign NDAs and film on the show. So all the actors you see in this episode who are stormtroopers are actually 501st members, all 100 of them.
Which I found that when I found it out the first time, I was blown away. Like how so many just regular people, a part of a fan group, can just be brought in like that. I was like, this is so innovative, but also it's so nice to the budget too, because they don't have to worry about making all the costumes because they have their own. Like, it's brilliant. Like, why didn't they think about that before with, say like, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but there's been times where there's been battalions of people.
Well, because I think it was harder for the sequel trilogy because I think post Force Awakens it would have been fine, but like pre-Force Awakens, you had no idea what they were going to look like. I think for this, it was easy because you can find a bunch of stormtroopers that are post A New Hope. Like, you need to find stormtroopers that have like the gray frown from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. You could easily find like a bunch of 501st members of that. And then same with the Death Troopers, because this is post Rogue One. You could be like, okay, do we know any Death Troopers, 501st members? And then also, I love how they brought in the Flame Troopers from Battlefront 2.
Whoa, yeah. Yeah, those were sick. I think it's gonna be. I think we. Yeah.
And then with episode 8,
I love
the
how
whole conflict happens.
I love
and
how
then-
episode 8 opens because you immediately know. Okay, I know, Luke, you didn't know this, so we started talking about it. Even on rewatch, and even when I first watched, I'm like, this is a Taika Waititi episode to a fucking T. Like the Stormtrooper opening with like them punching the Grogu and like them like making fun of like how Stormtroopers constantly miss, and like that conversation. I'm like, that is totally Taika's humor to like a fucking T.
Mm-hmm.
And like it makes you feel like bad for laughing at like child abuse and like in that scene. Because it's so fucking funny.
And the fact that I completely forgot that it was Jason Sudeikis. It's Jason fucking Sudeikis. Be like, all right, do you really think that, like, dude, he's fine. Like, what are you trying to do? You can't harm it. Oh, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna do to me?
Or I also love the context that's added with the walkie-talkie of like, we shouldn't open this. Moff Gideon just killed somebody for interrupting him.
So what? Just so that you're aware, like it's just like he's like Moff Gideon just took out a whole platoon, just landed on them. So he's like in that mood.
He doesn't want anyone interrupting him right now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so stupid but so funny. God, that's such a great like opening. Ugh.
Oh, and also before that, Rip Queel, by the way.
Yeah,
Rip Queel.
Yeah,
Shout
funny
out.
conversation, but also before that, Rip Queel. Dan.
Yeah, Rip Quill. Real one, boss.
But then we get to the whole war outside of the cantina, and then Din gets injured.
Well, you get the awesome moments of the bombshell with like Moff Gideon just basically being like, I know who you are, I know who you are, I know who you are. Fuck you. I mean, you get the
no. He's just like, you exist. I know your backstory. I know your backstory.
Cara Cynthia Dune of Alderaan, and Din Djarin. Like we found out who these people's like we found out who Din was, and we're like, who is this guy?
I also forgot during that monologue that Cara Dune drops the mention of the mind flare. I'm like, I completely forgot about it. She fucking drops it and goes, I don't want to get captured by the ISB because I've heard about this mind flare. I don't want to fucking have that. And then Grief Karg's like, that's not true. It's a rumor. And so when that happened, I was like, I didn't even realize they fucking planted that in the season 1 finale. I thought that was just a season 3 thing.
Well, and the fact that the New Republic ended up using mind flares is kind of fucked as well.
Yeah. Also, fucking Grief.
You gotta do.
Grief Karga also in that scene is like the most fucking realist motherfucker. If there was 100 troopers aiming guns at me, you bet your ass, and you know that you're gonna die by nightfall. You bet your ass you're taking alcohol shots until you get killed.
Yeah.
He's so real for that.
Yeah, no. Like honestly, the finale was just like season 1 is like so much of a vibe. It's really good, and I think it started off like really well for the Disney Plus era. It's just like it didn't pan out the way that I think Disney wanted it to. But yeah, I think I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
Or at least these 2 episodes. I think this was a really solid penultimate and then a really good finale.
I also love. I completely forgot. I don't know how I forgot this, but when they mentioned that Moff Gideon was ISB, I was like trying to imagine in my brain like how that would work.
Him and Deidre.
Like him and like I'm sorry, I got to do this. Him and Callus.
Oh yeah, him and Callus. Him and
Hello,
and Krennic.
Oh, yeah.
Krennic.
Hello, Leo Partagas.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one guy from Game of Thrones, but he ends up offing himself in Andor, so I don't think he.
No, yeah, that's Partagas.
Oh, is that Partagas?
The guy who plays
okay.
Qyburn, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. Do you think? Wait, do we know when he joins the Empire? how old Moff
Gideon?
Gideon is? Yeah.
Well, I mean, Moff
I mean-
Gideon is like already pretty
in his
old.
late 40s.
Yeah,
50s even. I would say
do you think he-
50s.
Do you think he was in the Grand Army of the Republic?
I mean, I would think so.
I mean, I think that makes
Do
sense.
we have like official backstory on him?
Also,
at
like,
all, or no?
I also imagine like I don't know why I skipped that one name skipped to me. Like the other one that I was laughing in my head about is Yularen and Moff
Oh,
Gideon
yeah.
interacting. That would have been
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes. Yeah. Gideon. Oh fuck. Let's go.
Well, then apparently, I mean,
Um,
I'm sure he's had some run-ins with Thrawn too.
Oh my god,
Oh,
him and Thrawn
yeah.
would be insane. I mean,
Crazy.
okay. I guess I'll air this rant out now. I was gonna wait till season 3, but I'll air this rant out now. I still think season 3's greatest mistake is actually killing off Moff Gideon. I think that was way too fucking
But
early.
is he dead?
I don't think he's
even if he's a
dead.
clone, it's like I think the impact of Moff Gideon as an antagonist is such an interesting dilemma. I think they should have saved him for at least Mandalorian and Grogu. Because I think Giancarlo is such a presence that he really could drive
He
that.
can't-
And he's the perfect setup for Thrawn. He's like the next step. And then imagine like Moff Gideon gets away and he like gets back to the Imperial Council and he starts talking to them again. Fucking Thrawn walks in and just shoots him in the head. Like imagine how much of a perfect setup that would be for Filoni's movie.
It would have been a good back and forth.
Because you would have Moff Gideon like thinking like he's the big top dog in charge. Because remember, he has that line in season 3. He's like, where's Thrawn now? Thrawn's not gonna come back. I'm your fucking leader. You respond to me. And then you could have built on that even more, Mando and Grogu. And then Thrawn's like, oh, you think you're the top dog in the Empire? Look at fucking me, bitch. And then he fucking takes him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that could have been the perfect, like, oh, you think Moff Gideon is like the worst it can get for a Mandalorian antagonist? Wait till you meet Grand Admiral Thrawn. It would have been the perfect setup instead of having this weird middle ground where now we're gonna have this Imperial warlord. Because we saw him in the leak trailer of like I forget who it is. It's like it's not Hux. It's not Thrawn's the guy from Heir to the Empire. It's not him either.
Not Pelion.
It's not Pelion.
Yeah.
It's the other Imperial guy there. Like one of the unnamed ones. He's gonna be the main antagonist, or one of the main antagonists of Mando and Grogu. Like if I had that scene pulled up, I could literally point at him and go, "It's that guy."
I don't know.
See.
But like,
But I mean, you said middle ground. I'm like, wait, didn't Cersei Lannister say there is no middle ground? So what are you talking about? What are you yapping about right now?
anyway, I was gonna say, getting back into where we were with like the Moff Gideon like scene of him like being a badass. I do love IG-11 just coming on a speeder bike and just fucking taking out all the stormtroopers like they're nothing. Like that scene is just so badass in retrospect. Luke, what are you reacting to?
Josh Allen might have gotten really hurt badly.
No, he's fine. He's still playing.
Is he?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
Anyways,
anyway, continue with Moff Gideon. But yeah,
IG-11 being a badass.
him just hauling badass into the middle of the city and then just going kumbaya on everyone. That was nuts. And that was when everyone inside of the cantina needed help. So him pulling up with Grogu, huge moment. Huge moment.
Oh yeah,
And then-
absolutely.
And then once IG-11 takes everyone out, the whole Din with his pride being like, I can't take off my helmet.
And then you get the
I can't
Grogu
show
in the
my
fire
face."
scene.
It's like, I've never shown my face to a living thing. I'm not a living thing.
Yeah.
Which
And then he takes
also
off the helmet. Then we find out that
Pedro Pascal. Which
Oberyn Martell.
Which I also think in like, I know we talk about this every episode. I wish in season 1 they would have honed in on the fact that Pedro wasn't the body actor, because I think at that time it was a misconception until like season 2, I think is
How
when
would they
that
have
finally got
honed-
revealed that
How would they have honed into it?
like, I wish it was like in the credits, it was like how they did James Earl Jones, like where it's like Pedro Pascal as the voice of Din Djarin or the voice of the Mandalorian, Brandon Wayne / who was the other one I had as the other body actor, and Lateef
didn't they do that
Crowder.
with David
Lateef
Prowse?
Crowder and Brandon Wayne.
Did they do that with David Prowse?
They did have a David Prowse in I A New Hope, because actually no, they started doing an Empire Return of the Jedi because in A New Hope it was James Earl Jones did not get credited for A New Hope.
Yeah.
It was just David Prowse's Darth Vader. And then Empire and Jedi, it was James Earl Jones is the voice of Darth Vader, David Prowse is the body of Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started doing it in season 3, but I wish they would have done it starting in season 1. Because again, respect to fucking Pedro.
It gives you a sense of like Pedro's been there the whole time.
Well, no, like respect to Pedro, because Pedro like has owned it. Like Brandon Wayne and Lateef are Din Djarin. I'm not as much as Din Djarin as they are. They are the person that's like on set every single day, playing and physically embodying this character. I just come in and do the voice.
Well, I think on this movie he will have done more.
Oh, I think he'll do more, but I'm just saying I'm saying respect to Pedro for. Because I don't think a lot of actors would be
to give a lot of double like body doubles.
Because I think a lot of actors in Hollywood, no offense, like I don't think this is the crazy statement to say, like have egos, and I think they would want sole credit for Din. So the fact that he's kind of open about that and giving them credits to the other guys, just I think speaks volumes to the person that Pedro is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then
100%.
Yeah, and then we move into them moving down underneath. And then we have that awesome scene with the armorer, where we finally get closure, and then of like Din's arc with like Grogu and like what is Grogu and that kind of stuff, and then we get the setup for season 2 of like you need to go find his
and then he gets
Jedi friends. He gets the fucking jetpack.
Din gets the jetpack, dude. That shit was sick.
And then we find out he's got one of these.
Oh yeah,
No.
then we get the drop of
I was
the
gonna say,
dark saber.
then we also get the fucking awesome oneer with the armorer taking out all the fucking sword troopers, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, that actually isn't Emily Swallow in that scene. That's actually Laura Mary Kim, who is the stunt double in that scene. If you know Ball, she was the mocap actress for Ahsoka Tano in season 7, because they were filming it around the same time, and Filoni was probably like, I like you. I want you to be Ahsoka Tano.
Oh yeah, they would have. Because season 7 of the Clone Wars
Was May 2020.
Until May 2020.
So they were probably filming this in spring 2019. So she was probably other stunt doubles on other episodes, and he was just like, I like you. I want you to come work here.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, and then we move into the wrap up with IG-11, and like, again, I love how the joke in the first episode of I'm gonna self-destruct turned into like this emotional scene.
Yes. I must self-destruct. No, don't do that.
And then like, yeah, in this episode, it's like played for an emotional beat. Like Din's like, you don't have to do this. There's another way out of this.
Yes. Yes. And then it's just like, no, there is no other way. Like, this is like, we just got to do it. And it's, that was so poetic. It was so poetic and so cool.
And then finally you get the Moff Gideon chase. You get the do the magic hand thing with like Grief Karga and the shit.
Do the magic hand thing, baby.
Yeah.
Gosh.
And then you get the like them taking out Moff Gideon. Is he dead? Is he not? You get the closure with like the crew and everything, and Din's like, I must go off and find Grogu's like Jedi friend. And then you get the kind of like Star Wars kind of end credit scene, which was the first time in Star Wars where you're like, what the fuck is this? And then it's bam, Darksaber, motherfuckers. And dude, Char, at the time, seeing Moff Gideon come out with the Darksaber, dude,
Wild.
I fucking flipped the fuck out in front of my family.
Holy shit, that's a Darksaber.
Yeah, my family was like,
That's
my family who's
wild.
never seen animation or any anime shows is like, what the fuck? Why are you freaking out? I'm like, you don't fucking understand. You don't fucking understand. This is
will say
insane.
You don't know shit about the Clone Wars, okay?
No, because at this point, it's like, how the fuck did Bo-Katan lose it? Like, what the fuck's going on? Is she dead? Is she alive? Like, the amount of theories that you would have after that finale.
I mean, it all started because of how he knew about Din Djarin. Like, he's
Yeah.
familiar with these Mandalorians. So I'm like, okay, well, Bo-Katan had it in Rebels. What happened?
So what happened to Bo-Katan?
Yeah, seriously, what happened to Bo-Katan? That's the real question.
like the whole Night of a Thousand Tears, and then
I
this. Like,
still-
what happened?
I still think, even though again, we'll talk about it when we get to the Book of Boba Fett. Like, I really enjoy that flashback in Boba Fett. I still want fucking more.
Yeah.
Like what happened from Bo-Katan's point of view? What was going on from Moff Gideon's point of view? Like again, the one that was perpetrating this attack. How did he get the Darksaber? How did he beat her in single-hand combat to claim it for himself? Because obviously in season 2, he knows of it. He talks about the rules of it, so he had to fucking do it.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I've always thought like
that should be a book.
That should be a book.
The animated or the animated series.
Well, like I've always imagined. Okay, this is how I'll pitch the book. You know those first 10 chapters of Light of the Jedi? Imagine that, but it's an entire book, where it's just a countdown to the Night of the Thousand Tears, and then the final chapters is everything from Bo-Katan's point of view for going off.
I would like that. I would like that a lot, actually.
That would be.
I would like that.
So the book starts off like an absolute fireball.
No, it's a ticket time clock to the Night of the Thousand Tears. Like all the events leading to it, like the political underwheeling of why the Empire is doing this. Why are they taking over Mandalore after Rebels? And then the final half of the book is from Bo-Katan's point of view. And also, the other reason why we need a book of this or an animated show of this or something from this is we know Sabine's family dies in it too. Because the way they mentioned in Ahsoka.
What happens to Clan Ren? I was just about to say that.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, okay.
We need that.
If not a book, an animated limited series between
100%.
Rebels and Ahsoka, because one of my biggest gripes with Ahsoka is the Ahsoka and Sabine relationship is not really kind of done well. It's not earned a lot of ways. And it's like, because obviously there's just a lot of shit that needs to be kind of told. Like, why is Ahsoka and Sabine having this weird relationship where they fucking hate each other? What was Sabine's vision of the Night of a Thousand Tears? Because clearly she had like a Ezra, Anakin, Ahsoka style vision of they're all gonna die, and Ahsoka wouldn't let her go help. Why would she want to go let her go help? Like, there's a lot of stuff that you could explain, and I'm like a one season animated limited series, like maybe Tales format, or if they actually have a longer format, which I think it should be longer.
But also, Hereth, here's the thing too. Like, I mean, that goes for a lot of the people that you mentioned earlier that are going to see Dunk and Egg and just going to be like, like asking like if there's like little tidbits of exposition, because that was all that we got for Sabine and Ahsoka. Because if we get that in Dunk and Egg, if you haven't read any of the stories prior to that, you can't really. You kind of just have to take it how it is.
Right.
But it'd be nice to learn.
But
it's also you have to kind of just have to hear it and then run with it and don't forget it so you don't complain about it.
But here's my copiism. The other reason why I would want this I'm kind of pitching myself at more being an animated show than a book. Because you know why you would want to do an animation?
Why is that? Because
you could actually do the Luke Skywalker meeting Ahsoka Tano scene and it wouldn't have weird deepfake shit. Because you could get a voice actor, you could have it be Ashley Eckstein, and you could have it be, okay, I'm just gonna throw out a Luke actor. You can be Matthew Mercer, or you can be Mark. But I think it would sound fucking weird because Mark Hamill's age. It would sound really fucking weird because it would be post Return of the Jedi Luke, but he sounds like Last Jedi Luke. That'd be really weird. I would have it be Ashley Eckstein and Matthew Mercer, who was the Battlefront 2 Luke. And he did a really fucking good job of as
Mercer
Luke.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And then you could also fucking bring in Matt Lanter, because I'm assuming Anakin would probably fucking want to enter on this conversation too. And it's like, guess what? You can make it super emotional. It wouldn't be weird. You wouldn't have any deep fake stuff. It would just be fucking just pure emotion for like an entire like episode.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think that would be better in animation than live action.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if anyone's like ever like, oh god, I want to see that, you can just be like, there you go, that episode right there.
Yeah, no, that's very fair. All right, well, that's gonna be it for season 1 of The Mandalorian. I would say it's a 8.5 out of 10. I think it's really good.
I think it's a 9 out of 10.
I think it's a 9 too. It's easily a 9.
It's the best Mandalorian season, in my opinion. I mean, next season we're gonna have Cameo Fiesta. So.
The Cameo Fest season 2.
That finale does it for me.
The finale's peak. The penultimate episode, fucking peak.
Yeah, fucking peak. Absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Season 2 was 10 out of 10 in my opinion. But anyway, we'll get to that in a couple of weeks. We will be off for Thanksgiving, so just want to say I'm thankful for Hereth. I'm thankful for Char. I'm thankful for the Star Wars community.
I'm
that we
thankful
have
for
built.
Ryan, even though he couldn't make it tonight.
Ryan. I'm thankful for everything this stupid little franchise has given me in my life. Obviously my wife.
My wife.
My wife. And all the amazing people that I've met from this. So if it weren't for Star Wars, Pod Ones wouldn't exist.
Luke, I despise you.
Cool, Dick. But if anybody has anything else thankful that they're thankful for, go ahead.
I'm thankful for you guys, of course. I'm thankful for everyone that's been in the chat and that we've all been involved with for the past 4+ years.
4.5 years.
Which I mean, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my wonderful girlfriend Vanessa. I'm thankful for the Chicago Bears, 7-3, by the way.
You had to fucking throw it in there. You had to stick it in there.
I'm thankful for Magic the Gathering. I'm thankful for 45-pound barbell plates.
Oh my god.
I'm thankful for.
Someone please take the mic. Someone please take mic. Someone please take the mic.
I'm thankful for.
Mute him.
I'm thankful for lightsabers.
Okay, we get it.
I'm thankful for Hereth failing.
Okay, we're saved. We're saved. We're saved.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Do I dare unmute him?
Yeah, unmute him. Just don't start. Don't
be a weirdo about it.
No, yeah, but there is a lot of things that I'm thankful for.
Did you unmute him?
I'm unmuted him.
Can Luke hear me?
I can hear him.
I can't hear Char.
Hello, can you hear me?
I could fucking hear him perfectly fine.
Scoundrels. But yeah, I don't know if Luke can hear me here.
El
But,
Bozo Luke. I can hear him perfectly fine.
I'm thankful for both of you guys for the time that we've been doing this podcast
that's
together.
nice, Char. I can finally hear you.
Yeah, well, no, I'm thankful for you both, and I'm thankful for Katie Agan. I'm thankful.
Oh
for
my god.
I'm thankful for.
Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. Can I don't know how to respond to that because Char just fucking listed off 50,000 things, and you guys both hit what I was gonna say anyway. So yeah.
Well, go ahead. No. There's
No, you gotta
cater to
come
you.
on, say something.
Say something that's
I mean, I do it every single year. I do it.
Same thing, Will.
No, like it's dead. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I do it every single year. I do like the thankful post of like I'm thankful for this community. I'm thankful for all the friends we met the last 4 years, and like, I mean, thankful for like fucking like going to your wedding and like hang out with a bunch of fucking people that are fucking sick as hell.
Yeah.
And like again, obviously we all met online on Discord, and like funny enough, we probably wouldn't have met if it wasn't for the show. Let's just keep it a buck. Because I remember watching Mandalorian season 2 at midnight, the finale in Choco and Pep server. We all watched it at fucking midnight, we all deafened, and then we all fucking came back, and there was like 30 of us on a call, and we all talked about it. It was fucking chaotic.
Yeah. Good old days. Actually, were they good?
Yeah, kind of. There were some good. I mean, there's
some good moments.
There were great moments. Yeah.
But
it led to lore. It led to great lore that we talked about earlier in the week.
Yeah. So we will not have a episode next week, obviously, because like Char said, it's Thanksgiving.
Luke's favorite holiday.
It is my favorite holiday.
My least favorite holiday.
Not even for food.
The food is not worth it. The food is not worth it.
Yes, it is. The food is definitely worth it, man.
No,
anyway.
it's not.
Hereth, where can the good people find you on the social medias?
Oh, you start with me for once. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
You can find me at Hereth Productions on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. I can't do the Char thing because I don't have Productions on here. I could just do that though. And of course, you can find me every Tuesday night with this dingus and also Ryan, who's also another host on this podcast, to talk about sports ball and football, mainly NFL and college. This week we'll be talking about week 12 and college week 13, and we'll be doing fucking like preview for the Thanksgiving games and Sunday, and like fucking that's gonna be interesting game. Watching Char's Bears losing to the Eagles. Yeah, we're gonna preview that shit.
I will be streaming for those that care. I will be streaming the Chiefs Colts game. And I will also be doing a vlog for Gridiron Guys for Nebraska Penn State since it's going to be a whiteout.
Luke, are you prepared for the amount of chaos that's going to be in your chat on Sunday? It's going to be fucking crazy.
It's going to be stupid. Anyway. Char, you look disappointed.
Oh, just hearing you ramble. Ugh, no kidding. But anyways, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CharCharJS, spelled right down here. And you can find me at the Pod Ones Podcast every Thursday, besides next Thursday. Here talking about The Mandalorian and any upcoming news about Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and Star Wars
Lord of the
related
Rings.
information. Oh, Lord of the Rings.
Oh man, when will we get Lord of the Rings news?
But also, bear
We
down.
should be getting. I
Oh
think
my god, are we gonna have to run it back again?
What?
I didn't even think about that. That would suck.
Because we would have Ahsoka season 2, we would have House of the Dragons, and we would have Rings of Power. God damn it.
That would suck. Also, we also have to have Don on to promote his.
That is true.
Bench. So, go support our good friend Don Marshall. He wrote a book of 100 short stories about Tolkien's life. It's pretty cool. Go pre-order it. It's awesome. Anyway,
I think I hopped into his TikTok live earlier today, and I saw that he was showing.
yeah, he's promoting it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Luke, where can the good people follow you on social media?
You can follow me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias. You can follow us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. You can also follow, if you want to hear about our sports takes, Gridiron Guys every Tuesday night at
Bear down.
Eastern Time, live on TikTok, and then posted the next day or whenever Hereth can get around to it. Most likely either Wednesday afternoon or Thursday or Thursday evening.
Yeah.
It
Wednesday
is
evening
posted
at the
before
most.
It's posted before the games come out, so you'll get our picks. You can fade us and stuff like that. But yeah, that's for all the sports ball content, and I'm actually really enjoying doing that every Tuesday night. I'm actually looking forward to talking about
Because our
sports, so-
takes age like milk.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
And there's not much going on in Star Wars right now, but it is what it is.
There's a lot going on in football right now. Certain team in the NFC North, but
All right. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Char, you can stop being show-offy. We'll see where we are at the end of December. We'll see where you guys are at. See. Anyway, on to the next one. We will see you in 2 weeks. May the Force be with you.